Hi. All right, so a lot of people have been asking us why we don't yet support RFI, right? And for some people, that has been a deal breaker for them when it comes to using Bavour. Right, so I'm here to share the good news. Bavour finally has an RFI system or feature, right? And for those that don't know what an RFI is, it's basically a request for information, and it's very, very popular in construction. It's a way where you can request for additional information, clarification about any design that you guys are using for your project and many more things, right? So right now we have that on Bavour. I'm going to go ahead and show you that quickly. So what we want to do is to navigate to your projects. I'm going to go to this project here and go to Alpine Estates. Inside Alpine Estates, I have 4 buildings. I'm going to choose building A, right? Some of us are already familiar with this structure of Bavour where you have your finances. Everything has to do with your finance. Resources is your procurement and inventory. Execution is basically where you manage your entire execution workflow, right? From work breakdown structure to your daily log, incidents, and RFIs, right? Inside the RFIs, we have none right now. So I'm going to go ahead and request for one. Then you have your schedule. So to request for an RFI, you go to your documents, navigate to drawings. So we don't have any design yet. What I will do is I will upload a design, which is this. So I found this off of internet. So I'm going to use this for this demo purposes alone, right? Once this is uploaded, you can also add more here, right? Choose another one and you can add. So that's basically how you add multiple designs in your drawing page. Right, so let's go to the first one. So this is a drawing we have. You can use this to navigate around the respective pages, or you can use this arrow rather. Right, so depending on what you want. So let's zoom into all of this. I want to request for an RFI. Right, so let's ask how much it will cost us to get this. So you double click this to raise an RFI, or you can go to the tools, go to the RFI annotations, choose a point pin there. A point pin is basically you clicking it to be a point pin. The other two, it's area box. For area box, it allows you to select a section in that drawing and raise an RFI for that section. So let's start with the area box. Area box, we want to raise an RFI, and what we want to ask is confirmation for dimension. And our question is, what is the approved dimension for this balcony, right? And I want to assign this to Baron Chiwike for him to basically respond to me. The due date, I expect the response by Friday. And this is the linked drawing, which is basically what we're looking at. Are there scheduling impact, are there cost impact, depending on the one you want, you go ahead and you create the RFI, right? And this is the point. So this has been created for you. If you click on this, it will zoom to that area box and you will see a chat interface for you to basically use and respond. Right, let's create another one quickly. So the second one we want to create is, I'm going to drop this. Let's go to the master bedroom and I'm going to choose point pin, click on the doors. There's an RFI for this. What type of door was selected? Right. What design of door did the client select? Right. Repeat the same process again. Choose the due date to get the feedback. If there's a cost impact, you choose yes. Schedule impact, you create an RFI. That also automatically drops the pin for you here. If you click on it, this is what you get for that pin, and this is where you can respond, right? After creating an RFI, you can also create a comment, right? You can add a comment. To add a comment, you basically double click on any part of the drawing you want. So I'm going to double click and you'll see the add a comment. So if I click, you'll see add a comment. Title of the comment is this room still needed, right? Do we still need to add this extra room? Now, this is just a demo comment and title. You can always use a real feedback, right? So this is what you get. I'm going to drop this, and this is what you. So you see, you have all these points of reference that somebody can go to this drawing and reference or click on to see what was raised, right? Now, if you go to RFI page here inside the execution folder, you see that we should have this 2 RFIs that was raised. Remember, we raised 2 RFIs with 1 comment. So if I open one of this, right, if it's for me, I can respond. If I have an idea of what the person is asking for, I can respond as well. You can respond from here. I can respond using the reply button. I can go to open on drawing. It will take you to that exact point that the user is asking for, right? So in this case, this is the RFI that was there. So if you check it, this was basically what was asked, right? So this is basically how you create an RFI. And immediately you assign an RFI to somebody, the person will get both an in-app and email notification, right? And then you can as well delete any of this. So if I delete this, automatically that point gets deleted, right? So this is very helpful for a lot of people. You don't have to always be on the call with your architect or whoever trying to understand part of your design. You can basically create an RFI, right? Get them to give you feedback on whichever point you want, right? And everybody can see the audit trail of the charts. Right? So if you've not already used this on Bavour, go try it out and let us know your feedback. Cheers, guys.